Hey everybody, this is gtavfather, and in today's video I want to talk about something that I had a humongous problem with, and that would be the career progress in GTA Online. Now on the surface, it was a phenomenal idea, however the way they execute it does not sit too well with me, especially as a very long time veteran player who has accomplished almost all of these things already, only to see it now be almost reset, and I'm kind of burnt out of those things. I shouldn't have to go back and do them. Like, if you're a newer player or you're more casual with the game and there's a lot of things you just simply didn't do, like, yeah, okay, cool. No problem. You never did those things to begin with, so you not having those accomplishments filled in, that shouldn't really matter. But this is more for those of us that are the long-term players. Like, we've been with this game for, 5 to 10 years since it's been out. And yeah, they were able to count some of the things that we did, but then there are some other ones that I'm looking at and I'm like, no, there's no way you should be forcing us to go back in and do these when we've already done them throughout our career. I mean, everything that we've ever done in this game, it's all been tracked. I don't know why it didn't count. For example, one of them I believe was to steal over $50 million total from El Rubio in Cal Perico. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when that heist came out and there were other challenges along with it, I wore that heist out. I don't even go back to Cal Perico for anything these days, especially now since it's broken. So going back and trying to do that again, steal $50 million worth of crap from El Rubio, on top of the heist being broken and them not going back and fixing it, it's just not feasible. It's really stupid. It's like, for those of us that had done it already and, wore that heist out, like, that should just be accomplished in the books. Whatever that unlock was, frickin' give it to us. Honestly. Cal Perico is just one example of something that a lot of us players had probably done 100 times over and had accomplished it long ago, only for it to not be counted, that we really don't want to do again. Another one would actually be Franklin's payphone hit. Like, it's asking us to do it 100 times again and actually accomplish the assassination bonus along with it. Now, that sucks because now they extended the cooldown, so you can't go through it as fast as you used to be able to. It went from 20 minutes to 48 freaking minutes for some stupid reason. And besides, I also know that I've done that well over 100 times very easily, and I know a lot of other players have done that over 100 times successfully too. We shouldn't have to do that again to get whatever that reward is. Another one that I saw that I remember looking at was it was steal over $50 million across the original heist. Now, when those heists came out, like, yeah, that was the thing to do, and I'm pretty sure back then I probably did come away with close to $50 million just through those alone, and in the years since. I should not have to do that again. Like, 50 million is a lot to try to get from those heists. Like, I know darn well that I had accomplished that with no issues at all, and I'm burnt out of it, all right? I don't want to do it again. I don't like to play a lot of those old things again. Another one that I also saw was a reward for selling or sourcing, like, all the crates for the warehouse. I don't want to do that again. I hate the crates. I've already done that. I got the gold statue on my desk for doing it over 1,000 times. Nobody wants to sit here and fill up a full warehouse again. And yeah, I know I can pay the people, the technicians inside of it to source. But guess what? There's a glitch going on that still has not been fixed where you can get raided and you don't even get alerted by the game. Like, you can't give the players challenges that are broken. And for those of us that had already done it before, we should not have to do that again. Like, that is a tall order to do that again this late in the game's lifespan. The other thing that I noticed with it was that I've got some friends that actually didn't even have some of their stuff count. So I'm wondering if maybe for me it's also just bugged, that I'm supposed to actually have all these things, and, same as you guys are supposed to have these things as well. And it was just kind of bugged because, as we know, this update was a buggy mess when it released. Like, I'm actually hoping that it not counting our past accomplishments is just a bug and it is something that they'll fix, so that we get all those nice clothing options that we unlocked. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, a lot of those things that you can unlock, those clothes, they do look a whole lot better than a lot of the other stuff that you can just get from the store. Like, the idea was there, okay? You play well, you earn more things. I like that. I mean, they could have put those extra things behind a paywall, but they didn't, so you get some kudos for that. But a lot of those challenges, though, they're just way too much to make somebody try to do this late in the game's lifespan, and you gotta count what the veterans have done. Like, there are players like me that are way, 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 way up there in RP levels because we've just simply done everything, like 100 times over already. Like, why should we have to go back and do it all over again just for those little things? It's like, just give it to us. We did it already. You tracked it. You know what we've done. Please, like, just unlock it for us. So I read an article stating that they couldn't track our individual progress on this, but it's funny because the last 2 years they were able to track all of our progress during a heist month for us to unlock a free vehicle whenever the next update would drop in December. It's kind of weird because I'm like, you mean to tell me you could track all of that, but you couldn't track all of our individual stuff all this time, or you weren't tracking our individual stuff all this time? I don't believe that. You know, like the smaller challenges that have to do with like the contact missions, like Gerald's Last Play or Super Yacht Life, like those are fine. I mean, those are just really quick missions. You don't have to do anything too crazy with them. Like, those are fine to go back and redo. But the really grindy ones, like the ones that have to do with the businesses or even the heist, where they want you to collectively get like $50 million across, you know, that heist series or something, that's too much. That's not right. Contact missions are one thing because they can be done pretty quickly. Like, it's not that bad. And sometimes it's nice to go back and do some of the older stuff. But when it comes to like long grindy things like what I've mostly been complaining about, that ain't it, guys. I think that's it for me on this one. I just really don't think that they did us veteran players very well. Like, it was a good idea, but when you don't count all the things that we've already done, and then you are like, hey, do this like 100 more times and nobody plays them, it's just not a great idea. Just terrible execution. Like, they have to remember the game is coming up on its 10-year anniversary in early September. And for online, it would be October 1st, which is when my character started. So you got to think like, okay, it's been this long. These players have definitely done all these things. Should you really make them do it that many times just to get that shirt? Like, I don't think that's ever going to sit well with me. But I guess it is what it is, huh? Well, if you made it all the way here to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for watching and hearing me out. If you can, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. There's also a link to my Twitch in the description down below if you'd like to drop in and hang out with me sometime, or just come by and say hi. Until next time, this is gtavfather, signing off.
Wow! And you made great time on a bus.
Yeah, Mutt, and you gave me the worst of the 3 cell missions. But you know what? That's still not as bad as those fucking post-op vans. Fuck them. They're probably still not even delivered yet.